If you are a person who's attracted to soft girl life, or you've been focused on cultivating your divine feminine energy, then it might be worthwhile to also tune into your masculine energy. Many women who've gone through the journey of being a boss girl or feel like they're catering to the world of the patriarchy and are wondering why they feel so burnt out, it might be because of not just tuning into their masculine energy, but actually operating from wounded masculine energy. For myself, I've been deeply tuning into that in the last few months. It's shown up for me in examining my relationship with my dad as he's declining at this stage of life. And it's come up for me in a multitude of other ways in understanding my relationships with different men in my life, and also just tuning into my lived experience when I was young. And if you were alike to me, maybe you had very strong masculine energy, but it was wounded and it came from a place of competitiveness and scarcity. It would show up in all these kind of alpha ways, and maybe that was demonized. I know for myself, I used to play soccer, and I was an incredible soccer player because I was very vicious. Like, I was hyper competitive, and when I won, it didn't feel good because the journey of getting to wins wasn't a part of myself, or it didn't highlight aspects of myself that I liked. It amplified this kind of like anger and aggression and warlike mentality. When I found the arts, I deeply felt at peace because I could cultivate and turn all of that competitive energy inward. But then what came to happen is that you're kind of always beating yourself down. You're competing with yourself constantly, too much. Versus a very healed masculine energy is working to be protective of the feminine energy within them. So creating structures, organization, being protective for the sake of honoring our creativity, honoring our intuition, etc. This arose for me recently as I was thinking, well, I was on set and I was looking at different actors and I was like sizing them up, and this childlike version of me came up, the one that played soccer and was super competitive. And this time around, I actually felt quite differently about her because the way that she was showing up in this moment, this kind of like alpha sizing up what was going on set, was coming from a place of playfulness. It wasn't coming from this state of this is war. This is coming from a playful place of competitiveness. And it's really valuable to know the difference. And I think once we have a wider perspective on life and understand what's truly going on within us and outside of us, then we can have that level of competition within us and not put it down, not see it as negative. I think many women are more competitive and more have that like intensity, and they want to unleash it too. And there's definitely a place for that, and there's definitely a way to do that in a mindful way, in a thoughtful way. The more that you honor your masculine energy and examine if it's healed or unhealed and bring it to a healed place and understand what's really behind it, the more that you can serve in empowering other people and heightening your creativity because it's able to exist within a safer container. I think soft girl era is an era because it needs to be counter the boss girl era. We kind of slide in society from one extreme to the other. And now maybe we can kind of come back to a little bit more of a balanced place of being and doing, creating and promoting. There's a need for both of it this day and age. And if you're creating stuff, especially if you're an artist and you're creating stuff that you think is cool and meaningful and you want people to see it, then it's really powerful to be able to share it into the world in a way that's really resonant, in a way that's going to reach people. And that's where the strong, protective side of you can maybe show up. So much room for constant growth and healing. Much love.